Hello everybody, my wonderful little humans. How are we all doing today? We here? Are we wonderful? Are we having a great time? I'm sure we are. Whoa. Now here I was sat here thinking, I should probably get, a slightly different background for when we're doing this. Maybe I should move somewhere a little bit more modern. But I don't have anywhere more modern right now, so I suppose we're stuck like this. Stuck right here, together, in this beautiful, beautiful hovel of mine. Yeah, sat on a little pile of straw. Well, I'm not sat on a little pile of straw yet, nor do I have a little pillow. Well, we are still living in the age of true and unadulterated scuff. The era at the beginning of time. Set where no other beginning should be. So yeah, I wonder how everybody is. I wonder if you're all okay. I'm sure you are. I'm sure you're all wonderful. Let me just get up a little window and have a little thing for a moment. Let's have a look here. I've changed seats today. I've sat in the chair that forces me to sit up. How awful is that? Yeah, I'm actually having to sit up properly and not slouch like a little slime potato. Diabolical. Absolutely unbelievable. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I need to do this and that. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Oh, the Dungeon Craft's favourite ttrpg zines. Oh, if only I was a React slime. Wouldn't that be exciting? It wouldn't be exciting at all, would it? It'd be terrible. It'd be the worst. It'd be absolutely unimaginably awful. There we go. React slime. Wouldn't that be? Here we go. Amazing. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, today, a little bit of Urban Shadow. So I've got no plan as to what to do. And I'll almost certainly I should probably open up the book as well. Oh, let's see. Rad Infinium, a solo sci-fi RPG. Oh, how exciting. I was going to open the Gemulator because it might be interesting. Open up that Gemulator, get rid of this solo out of there, because I'm pretty sure Urban Shadows 2nd edition Quickstart was the last thing I downloaded. It was! Oh, beautiful. I may as well share a little bit, and not may as well. I mean, I'm eager to give you a view. Remember, it's a pay what you want, recommended, pay nothing. Because it's only the quick start. Does it appear? It does appear. A bit cut down, but don't worry, we'll sort that out. Like so. And like so. And yeah, it's a little bit out of bounds. So there we go. Oh, right. So this is the thing. Updated on there, it has. Okay, good. The thing. You know what I mean when I say the thing, don't you? Of course you know what I mean. Because you're clever. Clever little humans. The cleverest little humans around. So what I was interested in just having a quick look at is to see whether or not it came with any immediate seeds. So it has some stuff around factions and NPCs for every location. So if I can, ow, my foot's itching. Not that I have a foot, I'm a slime. Slimes don't have feet. It's a terrible idea. What do you mean? What do you mean, feet? I'm a slime. I've got to grow hands and feet whenever I need to do this human pretending thing. It's terrible. Just having a quick look. So Yeah. We need to keep this on hand because I'm surprised I haven't printed it out yet. Actually. Yeah. If I skip the first 3 pages, it's not too bad after that. And like I said before, I have far too many ink cartridges. Far too many ink cartridges. So if we print this off from page 4, which is, yeah, page 4. I won't wait for this, but I'm just going to get this done just so I can have it sat on my desk as I need it. And we want it to be printed on both sides. Print. Right, cool. No, yes, I seem to remember it gets a bit emotional when you hit the old print button. So we all having fun? All having a great time? Yeah, of course you are. You don't exist, but you know, that makes it all the better. All the more exciting. So yeah. Oh, there we go. Share. Copy link. Okie dokie. And then what do? We go to threads and we post it. I mean, no one would see this isn't really just a thing. Doing a thing for a bit. Doing a thing for a bit. Paste. I always feel bad for normal people that come back and look at these things, but then having reviewed the statistics, the average watch time is like 7 minutes. So, you know, they're living with it. It's not a problem. And at 7 minutes, I'll waste 7 minutes of anybody's time. I've got an entire job which revolves almost exclusively around wasting people's time. Well, preferably wasting their money. Not that I'd ever say that to them, of course. It's a brilliant and exciting and engaging experience that allows them to improve themselves and their organisations through conversations with a slime. Yes. So, anyway, that was a book. Last time we spoke, we made 3 characters. And where are they? Where are they? They all shouted. But slime. Dungeon slime. How are we supposed to know what to do? We can't see it. Well, you can see it now. Here's a board. This is my foundry setup. It's been a while since we've seen foundry. It has. So this is my foundry setup. I've got Mythic installed, just in case. Well, almost certainly we're going to have to use a bit of Mythic to get some ideas as to what on earth we're doing. And we've got, the important part. We have Tory Wild. They don't have pictures. I don't know how to draw. You all know this. And I've not been out and bought any bits and pieces. So, fortunately, the wolf doesn't appear to have changed much since these sheets were made by somebody. So we've got Tory Wild. She's she's got a kind of non-conformist, roguish, punkish look, baggy clothes, street kind of clothes. Her demeanour is restless. She's got this comes with the territory perk moved by default, and she's got reckless. So she jumps into danger. She gets a bonus armour, and yeah. And when she's patrolling her territory, on a roll with blood, on a 10+, your territory is secure. On a 1+, when you hit the streets in your territory. Oh yeah, so you get a bonus when you hit the streets. 7 to 9. One of your trouble surfaces your choice, along with an opportunity to address it. On a miss, if you aren't attending to your territory, things go south, and your troubles are fast and furious. Right. Okay. She was part of a. She's part of a werewolf pack that her grandmother runs, and her territory is several city blocks. Not that we know what blocks are here in England. They don't make any sense to us. This is always one of those. I mentioned this before. The hilarity, which is Americans and their obsessions with guns and blocks and weird measurements, like old people. Not that they measure in old people. That'd be an awesome measurement, wouldn't it? How many old people do you need to measure a football field? Several. More than 2. Probably more than 10. So yeah. The territory includes open grounds, so it's near a park. Because we're going to set this in like a London-esque setting. I don't think we need to get into too many details of the city, but lives near a park, probably like Hyde Park or something. Status. Alright, yeah, so there's an NPC that wants her territory, and the territory is plagued by a mystical or supernatural presence. So that's a thing. 3 qualities. Can I zoom in a bit? Oh, that's a search, not a zoom. Is that a zoom? That's a zoom. There we go. A little wider. Yeah, so she's massive when she's in her wolf form. She is savage when she's in her wolf form. And she is cunning in her wolf form. She is weak to silver weapons. She sometimes loses control when she transforms, and the transformation draws the attention of supernatural creatures. So that's fun. So that's Tori. Anwar is a hunter. So the hunter, unlike the wolf and the fae, has changed a lot since these sheets were made. So on here they've got safe house and worse things out tonight, and we were going to use mind for most of these, but on this sheet you had to take Slayer as a ability, or as a move even, and you don't need to in the current version of the book, so that doesn't exist, so I hadn't taken that. But what we had added is watch them closely. So when you closely observe a supernatural person or creature, roll with blood/mind in our case. On a hit, the MC tells you a bit about their nature and at least one unusual weakness or flaw. Take a +1 when you take advantage of these unique vulnerabilities. On a 10+, ask a follow-up question. The MC will answer it honestly. On a miss, something takes advantage of your diverted attention and acts against you before you see it coming. So that's kind of like the differences in the hunter. We also said when we made this, we didn't really care about this. What did you sacrifice to join? I don't think they did. I think because we already said that they lost their daughter, and that was the reason why they've become a hunter. And the angels who subjugate the will of the faithful is what we're looking for. So yeah. So after that, we've then got the Fae. Oh, and Anwar looks a bit like a private detective. Not that we have those here. I'm sure I mentioned that before as well. So that's Anwar. And finally, Caleb McCullen. Originally called Jason Robert even when I made the initial character sheet. Is a Fae and is an eccentric type. He is adronymous, stylish, and wears expensive clothes. Of course, has fairy magic. It's in our blood. Draws back the curtain. As its moves. And originally I had shape change, but I've already got glamours, and we've already got a werewolf that shape changes. So I got rid of that and I replaced it with Nature's Caress, which gives him a little bit of healing. Comes from an unseelie court, so bad stuff happens, and yeah. That's 3 characters, and as noted, they're all loaded in here. Oh yeah, Anwar's demeanor is friendly and outgoing. Cool. The other thing that I need, seeing as I don't have it right in front of me, because I've not needed it really so far, and it's over in my other folder. Let me just get that out. Is the 1-page, the 1-page GM simulator. So we'll use like a mix of this. There's some good tables in the Gemulator. We will stick that back in there because we're not playing Dungeons and Dragons. We don't have a little table viewer today. It's all just straight in the foundry, straight in the VTT, straight in there is where we is. One of my gaming groups thinking about doing some gaming tonight, and I'm like, I don't know, because I'm doing this for all of the no people who are here. I know, it's amazing. I'm so dedicated, such a dedicated human being, always dedicated, especially considering I'm not even a human being. I'm a slime, as you can clearly tell. Look at me, a wee slime-like individual. Now, of course, yeah. Let's go. Let's set a. Oh my word! I forgot this system used playing cards. I actually have playing cards now. I didn't used to have playing cards, but I bought playing cards for Chevalier. I really should do something about that at some point. But you know, I mean, I was about time is money, but it's definitely not the case definitely not in my case. Time is precious, and oh, look at me, I'm floating, I'm flying, Mother and Andrew Slime. How are we doing? We're good. Am I supposed to have jokers in this deck? I hope not, because I don't have any. No, this is fine. This is entirely fine. So, getting started. I think we're going to pick our first character to focus on. It will be the werewolf, because I'm into werewolves at the moment. I've got the new Werewolf the Apocalypse on pre-order, so I'm looking forward to that. Beat up some industrialists, burn down some capitalist factories, fight them in the Amazonian wars. That's the kind of thing I'm looking forward to. I might play that actually in the modern setting as opposed to with Vampire that I'm playing in a historic. Funny to talk about the 80s as if they're historic, isn't it? Historic setting. But yeah, donk. New cards are hard to click. Okay, so we got these cards. Nice. I almost probably should set up the little picture-y thing, but I'm not going to. Oh, sugar, I just saw what the top card was. Let's put that to the bottom. So yeah, having fun, doing all the things. Sorry, I just almost choked on the water I'm drinking. 1 second. Oh my, I'm trying to choke myself to death. I wouldn't advise that. I wouldn't advise that at all. So, I keep saying so, as if we're going to get started. And you're getting excited. You're like, oh, is it all about to start? Are we about to go? Well, yes we are. We're definitely about to go. So, things to bear in mind, and let's have a extend this so we can write notes. Right in here. Yeah, top bananas. What we can also do, I think, now I'm not going to use this right now, I don't think, But is that one? Is that the right one? We'll see. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Thinking about something. Oh, there we go. Cool. So I got this installed. Now I'm not a massive fan of ChatGPT, but I'm also kind of lazy sometimes. And do you know what it lets me do? It lets me be lazy. It's pretty good at lazy. So, Gemulator, I think is probably a good place to start for this. As our starting seed, because I don't have a starting seed right now. Let's just bring that to a 4 for a moment. Gemulator. So this is a solo generator of sorts. I think it's all on my screen. It is. So, quest type. So we'll just see if we can use this for a bit of a start for 10, right? Let's scroll up here, see if any of these look good. In fact, let's open up the book of tables, main oracles, quest types. Quest types. Crime, theft, burglary, quest types. I'm sure that I vaguely remember there being... Oh, was that mythic? Not this. Supernatural, magical or technological, secrets are forbidden, traditional, refuse to accept results, animal behaviors. Okay. These are all probably pretty good. So, quest category, quest focus. So, let's roll for a quest category. Oh, just a second. Oh, look at me, I'm sat right over the little dice thing. Let's change that. Let's go here. Move a little guy. See, now I'm looking in the wrong direction all the time. Maybe we'll go up here. I'm sure someone somewhere will be like, no, that's a terrible place to move yourself. Never be in the top corner. That's the most terrible place to ever be. Whoa! Well, guess what? Here I am, sitting in the top corner, like some kind of rebel. Yeah. Without a cause. No cause for this rebel. None whatsoever. So I need to roll a D100. D100. I need to roll you. Roll you right now. So I need that. And I need this. Go on. Yes. Okay. No, that's not what I need. That's definitely not what I needed. I didn't need that at all. I'm lying to you. I need this. That. This. A higgle. A piggle. And a roll of a... Oh, that's a D50. Okay. Flash R. 1D50. 25. 25 is research. Okay. Research is then a D5. So let's roll a D5. Roll 1D5. 5. So in research, number 5 is social research for the werewolf. Okay, and then close the bookmarks. And then I've lost it again. Too many little tabs. Well, there aren't too many tabs. I'm just not very clever. So if we go to social, how do you think these are ordered? Exploration, deception, research, transport, retrieval, craft, obtain, govern, craft, obtain, combat, transport, research. Okay, social. Oh, it wanted me. What? Oh, right. Okay, roll a d20. One d20. There we go. What we got? 14. I should probably pick some prettier dice. 14, so 74. Observe crumbling society. Observe crumbling society. Social werewolf. Observe a crumbling society. Okay, right. Just put in here. Social. Observe crumbling society. And quest giver is any way of picking a quest giver? Quest giver, roll a d50. So actually, let's cut that out there. Go to here. Create a journal entry. Our journal. We'll call it something different later. But for now, it's our journal. Day 1. Create. Quest building. Right, social. Observe a crumbling society. I kind of feel that might be something to do with either like the Fae or some kind of demonic organization. It could just be humans. We'll have a think. Let's see where we get the quest from. It'd probably be more exciting if I brought this up as well, because otherwise you're just going to be seeing me doing a little bit of reading. Nah, Adobe. Yeah, Adobe. Cool. Let's move Adobe from where it is to over here, so we can see. We can see this, and we can see that. Cool. Let's give this a little roll then. A little roll, little rolly roll, Rolly McRoll. What I need some better way of organising my tabs. That's what I need. Well, I suppose anyone clever would be, oh, what you really need is you need some kind of one of those thingamajigs that real streamers have, as opposed to just you, Dungeon Slime, because all you have, Dungeon Slime, is your own weird, wonderful madness. And I'll be like, yeah, I mean, it's a thing. It gets me by. 36. So what does 36 get us on the PDF? Come to me, PDF. 36 is a location. And specifically a political location. Oh no, are we going to go watch the Tory party? As a werewolf, I might just have to eat them. That'd be an event. Maybe it's Reform UK. Kill those fascists as well. That'd be an event. Okay, political. This is interesting. It's a political location. I'm starting to get a feeling here that we're dealing with probably a human organisation influenced by some kind of Methuselah of some sort, some kind of mystical ne'er-do-well concept. So, quest reason. What do we got here? What do these do? Each category has its own subtable. Oh my word, that's a... Ooh. Okay, so what's their reason for this? So we roll a D100 once or twice. Oh, I've got one of those. Roll. 77. 77, what does 77 give us? 77, death. Okay. But the quest giver is a location, not an NPC. It's weird, isn't it? It's odd. A political location has given me a quest. Sorry, suddenly it's feeling very Douglas Adams. and attempting to figure out why he can't get his address updated in that adventure game he wrote back in the day. Roll a d20. 13. So that's 33. A naval recruitment office. A naval recruitment office. Okay. 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 So that's the quest type, the quest location. Again, this is why. What's this table? Don't know what that table is, but it looks exciting. I actually think I've got Gemulator inside of here, inside of a Mythic GM emulator. Change book. No, I've got Game Unfolding Machine. Oh, that's a shame. A Game Unfolding Machine is pretty good. I've got a copy of Mythic. It's I've got the computery version. B, I printed it out and it's in one of my massive files. Naval Recruitment Office. This kind of political location. A Naval Recruitment Office. A death at a Naval Recruitment Office? A death at a Naval Recruitment Office. I'm pretty sure in England you don't have like standalone service recruitment stuff. So, do they? Let's have a quick check. Let's have a little googly. Let's have a little googly. See what's going on. A little googly. UK Naval Recruitment. Navy Recruitment Office. Do they have physical buildings? No, see, yeah, we just have Armed Forces career officers. We don't really have separate ones. I didn't think we did. And why would you bother? It seems like a waste of time. I mean, one place to go and murder people in a third world and steal all their oil is as good as any other place, so you may as well combine all of them all at the same time. Anyway, Armed Forces Recruitment Office. Death. Maybe it's an abandoned Armed Forces Recruitment Office. Someone died in an abandoned recruitment office. Yeah, okay. Someone's died in an abandoned armed recruitment office. And that would change the quest giver. So she has to come across it, which means I suppose it's in her territory, right? So, in her territory, so in Tori's territory, she smells the scent of iron in the air. A familiar smell to her, given her preferred diet of fresh flesh. Not with an A. Flash. Would you like some flesh, sire? You would? Glorious. I'll give you some. I'll go get you some fresh flesh. Diet of fresh flesh. Again, something else I need to do. Stop going, much like going, you know. No, of course you don't know. If you did know, I wouldn't tell you, because you'd already know. It'd be obvious, clear as day. But no, I keep saying it. And I keep going, Whatever could it be? Though I do think when people say that moment in Radical Candor, I do think it was probably a bit out of order. Right? You sound like an idiot. I mean, you could just say maybe you would like to stop with the ums all the time. I think it makes you seem less professional. Here are some good voice coaches. No? No. Probably a bit of a bell end. Anyway. So, I kind of imagine this initial scene. Let me hide. Let me hide the gemulator. I think that's kind of done most of what we needed to do right now. Hide gemulator. Hide. Good. It's hidden. It's run away. So one of the main things about Mythic versus something like the gemulator is that I only need one screen at the moment because I'm not doing anything fancy. Is that Mythic has this removing chaos score number which manipulates the likeliness of certain responses during gameplay. And this is useful, right? Because it'll let you emulate that feeling that the adventure is spiraling out of control as you move along, and the more simple systems don't have that. I'm waving this around as if you can see. You can't see at all. Could have been doing anything there. Could have been doing absolutely anything. So the scene is it's a old abandoned army recruitment office. There's this scent of blood, and she decides to go and have a look. So my expected scene. My expected scene is that Tori enters the office and sees a body in a freshly killed person. So this is my initial assumption. So I roll a d6 to say whether or not this is the scene. So donk, that's what I think might happen. Let's roll a d6. I think... Oh no, so this is a scene complication roll. 6. So on a 6, things actually go as planned. So we have entered the room and there's this dead person on the floor. I also roll a 5+ to see if it's an altered scene. It's not an altered scene. So yeah, this is as expected. Tori has entered the building and there is a dead body in there. So I'm going to ask a question. Not that. Is the kill recent? Like within the last hour or so? Is the question. Can I do I wonder if that'll work. /R. No. I wonder if that works. No. Does this one work? No. Is it double brackets? I don't know. I know something like this will work. There it goes. It's double brackets. 2. So has it been killed in the last couple of hours? No. Is there a but? 3. No. So it's been here longer than the last couple of hours, which means the thing that killed it isn't in the immediate area. So now I'm gonna go. So we don't want to turn into 50 questions. So I've got to think here. If I was asking a ref, I mean, what kind of wounds are we looking at? Now let's see here if we have any useful looking smells, sounds, objects to scavenge, tone, name, curses, powers. General actions, conversations, combat actions, descriptions. Not really. This doesn't really have anything that I think will help me. Let's have a quick look to see if... I don't think plot unfolding will have anything. Plot unfolding... no. Maybe danger? Let's have a quick roll on danger. Secret. Quick roll on enemy. 6. Magical. Okay, so whilst observing this corpse, we discern that there's a magical residue on the body, some kind of aura, but we can't identify exactly what it is. So I guess let's think. Let's go back to my second edition book here. Just in case. Oh, wait, there we go. Thank you very much. Okay, so it's been sugar, fiddlesticks. Uh-oh. What's just gone where? There we go. Our journal, did we need this? We do need this. Oh, we don't really need this. What we need is this. So, evidence. Evidence of magical activity killing the person. Oh, are they male? Are they male? Let's say even. So a D6. No. So leaves us with 2 other options. Are they non-binary of some sort, or are they female? Are they female is the question. Yes. Okay. It was likely that they'd be female if they weren't male. Okay. Victim is female. Is the victim old? 50-50. Yes. So, older victim. Okay. I should probably have asked this at the start. Well, I presume I didn't, because I didn't ask this at the start. So I don't recognise them. Okay. Is there anything else strange about their appearance? Evens again, I think. 4. There is something strange about their appearance. So for this, let's hit some dice. Do we think it's a smell? Descriptions. Let's just hit descriptions. Frighteningly poor. You've not helped me. Neither of those helped me. Well, I think that they will be withered and drained. I mean, they look like they've been withered and drained of, not drained, and look as though they are ancient, but they're wearing modern clothes of the youths. So in fact, they appear to be an older victim, but they're dressed as the youths are dressed. I could also use the oracle here. So I've got a few different oracles. I've got loads of oracles. I've got all kinds of options and choices in front of me. But I kind of feel that we're happy there. So, do they have any ID on them? I think they get, again, it's 50-50. It depends on whether or not the bad guy took them. 1, okay. They don't have any ID on them. And we'll roll for a mod. There's no mod on it. Okay. Well, with that, I kind of feel that she leaves this place to start to go and speak to a shaman that she knows. That sounds like a thing. Oh, that might even be useful if I go and get these things off of the floor where they've come out of my printer. You were wondering what I was going to say there for a second, weren't you? Now, what kind of terrible thing is the Dungeon Slime going to say now? Well, nothing that terrible. Nothing that terrible at all. My little chickaroos. What I was going to have a look at is these sheets that it's got at the back. Well, actually, there's a move, yes? We've got a move. It sounds like we're making a move, because we're going to go and see if we can find out some information. So, turn to violence, persuade an NPC, escape a situation, figure someone out, mislead, distract, keep your cool, let it out, lend a hand. Circle moves. Put a name to a face, hit the streets. Hit the streets to get what you need. Name who you're going to... Oh, sweet. And roll with their circle. On a hit, they're available and have the stuff. 0 to 7, 7 to 9, choose something from the list. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. See? There you go. Genius. That's me remembering how the game works, that is. So, what we need is Little Missy's her character sheet. Here we go. Character sheet, character sheet, character sheet. Dory. And who she's looking for sounds like sounds like their power. And she has a -1 relationship with power, so that's good. Luck is likely not on her side here, but you know, she'll have a look anyway. This is one of those interesting things, is that the game doesn't really have a fail state. So we're looking for well, first off, my little book. There we go. Let's bring this over here. Yeah. This over here. This up here. Cool. So we're looking for Tori goes to the where do we go? We go to the East Ham Market. That's a place. And yeah, we look for random name generator is what we look for. We look for names. Fantasy name generator. Real names. We're looking for Kasai. A recent immigrant who has set up a small business in the area. So Kasai, is a what are the other classes? He's part of the spirit. He's part of the power sect. He is a. Does it tell me which thingy they are right on the page? Of course it doesn't. Why would it do that? That'd be ridiculously useful. It's on one of the front pages, isn't it? Donk. Yeah. Here we go. He is a. An oracle? A wizard? An oracle or a wizard? So I'm not sure. I don't know which he is. He's some kind of power. We'll find out if he's available. So, we roll 2d6 minus 1. And we hope to be successful. We're not successful. So, a complication has occurred. So, whilst she is... So it's also kind of like... date. Yeah. We're going to set this in... Simple calendar. We're going to set this in... It's not called fall. Also, I mean... December is definitely not autumn. I hate to break it to you. Definitely not autumn. December is not an autumn month. December is definitely winter. You crazy, crazy Americans. Madness. That's the maddest thing I've ever seen. We're going to set this... Let's set it around December. Let's set it December 1st. There we go. And we will witness the start of the snowiness. Minus 8.3 degrees Celsius. That global warming is really kicking in. this winter. I presume it's using the D&D random weather, but I mean it'll be cold. It'll be like, yeah, I'll go with it. I'm happy. You know, global warming is ending the planet. I am a werewolf. But as a complication, we're heading through the streets looking on my way to Matey Boy's shop when two dudes come up to us. Two ruffians. They're like, what are you doing here? And Tori's like, I don't have time for this. You've always got time for this, they say. And she's like, I mean, I really don't. I'm just here. I'm here to see some people. I'm not here to get into it right now. They're kind of like a young-ish. They got a kind of an aggressive kind of pose to them. They are almost they're kind of members of a local werewolf pack that is, you know, different groups of werewolves don't get on with other groups of werewolves. So she's like, I don't want to get into this. You know, well, you're in our territory. You know how it goes. You ain't got no purpose being here. And she's like, oh, look, I'm just looking for some information from Karsai. I don't need this. We don't need to get into this right now. So she is attempting to sounds like she's attempting to persuade or escape a situation. Escape is how you get out of a bad spot. It doesn't matter how dangerous circumstances is. No clear. So, well, I mean, at the moment she's attempting to persuade an NPC, right? So roll with heart. Okay, her heart isn't great. Oh, she's also reckless. Oh, sugar, and we should have rolled comes with a territory at the start of the thing. Right? Oh well. It wouldn't have helped. Persuade an NPC. So it's a heart roll. This is before she turns to violence. If she fails this, I mean, clearly there's going to be... Let me go. There's not going to be a fight today. I'm not here to cause trouble. I just want to see the guy. I want to see the guy about the stuff. I'm not interested. And we won't have a scrap, and I won't have to kind of rip you all limb for limb. That'll be better for all of us. She says. So, yeah, that's a heart roll. Her heart is -1. Let's see what happens. 7, 6. So they've got no interest in this, and it's going to they're throwing down in this back street of London. They can pulls out one of them pulls out a bike chain. The other one pulls out a machete. She, in turn, I believe she's got some weapons, right? Starting gear, yeah, she's got a baseball bat, but not on her. But she's got a machete. So she pulls out her machete and goes, "Let's do it then." They're kind of low-based thugs, but there are two of them. So turning to let's just read the little sec. Oh, we can even share the little section, of course, because it's in I can go like so. Let's show the what's this? Right, that's that. Let's open Adobe Reader. Let's go to the right book. So page 10. Page 10. Um, when you turn to violence, roll blood. On a hit, you inflict harm as established, and your opposition chooses 1. On a 10, you also choose 1. So, turning to violence always involves risk. Even on a hit, your opposition strikes back. They might instead try to flee. You still get a chance to thwart an NPC escaping with the move Get Them Away. No matter what choice you make, no matter what their choice, you get to inflict your harm on a hit, page 20. On a 10 plus, you also get to pick an additional option. What does it mean on page 20? Let's just quickly go see. But you're ruining the vibe. Well, we're solo here, my friend. We can ruin the vibe as much as we like. Okay, fine. Right, 9mm. No one's using guns. Stop with your guns, Americans. We need fewer guns. You are all too quick to turn to violence. Okay, so why is that attached to that? Let's get that out of the way. And let's hide. Let's remember to hide this. There we go. Oh, we're remembering things. We're learning. See, that's the power of this slime. Always able to make new discoveries and learn new things. Or something like that. Something like that. It's a nice Friday night. People are on the booze. Fights are common, especially in East Ham, around East Ham Market, because that's the kind of place it is. Let's roll. Let's see what she does. So roll 2d6 plus 2. She also has +1 armor. So that's something to bear in mind. She does an 11. Oh, so an 11 means she's just fucking. She's gonna slice this guy up, right? She's not aiming to kill him. She's aiming to, gash him across the face so he gets a little bit of a Glasgow smile going on. So with that, she can choose one of these. So she can inflict terrible harm, take something from them, or create an opportunity for an ally. So she's just going to do the harm that she wants. So she's going to slice open the side of his face. And she's going to take the guy's machete. So turn to violence always involves risk. Even on a hit, your opposition gets to strike back. They might instead try to flee. So what are they going to do? They can inflict harm on her, put her in a bad spot, or create an opening to flee. I mean, you mentioned so she they swing at her with the chain, come at her with the machete. She grabs the guy's hand with a machete, slices the side of his face open, grabs the machete, kicks him onto the ground, and they kind of both go, this isn't what we want, and they leg it, right? So they've been firmly pummeled by her, and she's like, skills, and she puts her second machete back in her bag along with her other machete. She's got double machetes. That guy in that film from that time will be very impressed by her machete skills. Okay, so with that circle move. So what happens? So hit the streets. Lets you seek contacts within the city. You must say who you're making contact with. Whenever possible, circle back to existing NPCs like the residents of your hub. On a hit, they're available and have the stuff. 7 to 9. choose one, and on a fail, I got in a fight. So we are going to presume that we cannot find that person. Let's have a double check what else we got on here. Turn to violence, escape a situation, persuade an NPC, figure someone out. Mislead, distract, or trick. Oh, I probably should have used that instead of persuade. But anyway, keep your cool, let it out. Lend a hand or get him away. None of those, I'm afraid. None of those. Let's double check on here. Oh yes, she has a second machete. Now I have 2 machetes. I have machete and machete B. Cool. Top bananas. Very top bananas. Right. We're going to when you put a name to a face or vice versa, roll with their circle. Okay. City moves. Weaken someone standing, put out a word, tend to your business. Consult your contacts. Or maybe I should be doing this instead. When you consult your contacts in another circle, roll with the status of that circle. On a hit, your contact will answer to the best of their ability. 7 to 9 hold 1, 10 plus hold 2. Spend your hold 1 for 1 to take a 10 plus instead of rolling when the information you gained would aid you on a move. I should be using that one. Okay. So again, we're going to roll that, and it's going to be 2d6 minus 1. 8. So she manages to this time she manages to get to Kasai. There's also East Ham Market. Right, so she manages to meet Kasai, who is a chill, cool-looking dude. He's got a thick Ethiopian accent, and he turns to Tori and how can I help you, Tori? It's good to see you. You don't often come down this way anymore. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. How are you doing? I see business is thriving. Ah, well, business is business. Business is always good. I bet. She sits down. Now, I can't imagine that you're here just on social business to exchange social graces, Tori. I have a feeling that you are an ever busy wolf. She smiles and nods. He always seems to know more than he should about almost everything, which is one of the reasons why, well, not only her but many people on the other side, in the shadows, come to him to barter and trade information. So I ran across a body in my territory recently. In your territory, have your people been very hungry? And she shakes her head and smiles. No, it's definitely not one of ours. The woman appeared to have been drained of her life force. She was looking ancient, and she gets out her phone and shows a picture to Kasai, and he looks solemn and nods and I see. And as I got one. Yeah, so the main question that I'm asking the GM is, who is responsible for this? And he looks and goes, you are not one to beat around the bush, young Tory. This is the work of a shade, a ghost of some sort. It is invariably related, almost certainly, to the mystical issues that you have within your domain. Well, the feeling was more magical than it was the feeling of the supernatural. Yes, this is sometimes to be expected, and sometimes those that pass beyond the veil retain their powers from the real world, from the shadows. Now, you're saying that this is the wraith or a shade that was once a representative of a shadow? Almost certainly. You should have a look towards the those that are able to do such things. But yes, clearly this is the work of a wraith, a ghost who was once probably a wizard, possibly a vampire. But as we know, rarely do they pass through the veil, because they have an absence. So, of course, I will expect some payment in favour in the future, Tory. And she smiles and nods, this being the currency of this kind of individual and this kind of organisation. And she nods and leaves. So she has discovered that the culprit is most likely a wraith. Gain +1 forward when attempting to deal with said wraith. Donk. Okay. So she leaves. She makes her leave. And now, tend to my business. We don't have business. Status 2. Well, I don't have status 2 with anybody, so. I probably shouldn't have been able to do that, but bugger it. We need to get the information, and we're not running a 9 million character group. Figure someone out. Okay. So, now I think that she will head. The next scene will be her researching the records for incidents around this area in the local internet cafe, right? So she'll go to the local internet cafe. I mean, she's in an area right now where there are probably quite a lot of them, and she will. The next scene is her searching the computers for records on strange incidents in that area in the past, right? So the question is donk. Have there been similar? I feel you judging me. I can feel it. Similar incidents in that area in the past. 1d6. I think this is likely. So on a 3 plus, I actually need to roll 2d6 because that might just make my life simpler. So 4 is a yes, 6 is an and. Okay, so I find out that yes, there have been a number of similar instances over the past decade. Over the past decade, and they started. They were the reason why the facility was shut down in the first place. Oh, I should have done a blasted scene modification there. We'll do that now. Researchers in a local library to find out if similar cases have been seen there. And yes, they have. Several over the past couple of decades, all with decades. It was not reported what the state of the bodies were in the reports. Also, the start coincides with the closure of the office. And we'll probably say, yeah. We'll also say that they have the same. The victims were all women in their late teens and early 20s. It is unknown. That's another thing. Unknown as to why they went to the residence. Another interesting thing is, why is this not an urban legend, right? Why is this not an urban legend at the moment? And I guess... I mean, I guess the logical thing is that... is that there is some kind of fae or ghost, or let's have a quick look at what the ghosts have on their sheets. What do ghosts have as their O, I, A, B, C, D, E, F, G? F. Oh, do we not have ghosts in this? I thought we had ghosts. 1 second, I thought there were ghosts. Are there not ghosts? Wolves, wizards, veterans, vamps, tainted. Tainted? No. Sworn? No. Spectre, that's it. Spectre. Calling Spectre. Sworn, P comes before W. Spectre has manifest, won't be ignored, ghost town, potent, wall, conduit. Conduit? Advance, let it out for all characters in your presence. Let it out. Instantaneously travel to one of your anchors. Take control of a machine or vehicle. Let loose a psychic blast of ectoplasm or energy. Follow an ordinary mortal. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe. Very, very interesting class. Oh look, mark corruption to reach into someone's body, inflict 2 harm. And clear your harm track. Possession. Interesting. Interesting. So, okay. So we're saying it's probably a wraith. But someone's suppressing this information, right? So it's probably a fae, right? So we're going to say it's probably a fae because faes have glamours. Glamour make things, you know, disappear. Yeah, gonna be a fae. What do you think, people? Do you think it's a fae? Or do you think a fae has something to do with it? I think they do. I think they almost definitely do. Let's see. So, right. So she thinks fae have something to do with it. She thinks Spectre has something to do with it. She's not sure what the two of them have to do with it. But we also need to roll for the scene. Is there a scene complication? So the scene complication is all is not as it seems. Well, of course it isn't. I think we're already establishing that. And also, is it an altered scene? 1. No, it's not an altered scene. So another thing that we can do, I feel, is a pacing move. So let's have a quick look here. So pacing move. Let's have a look. See what a pacing move comes up with. Pacing move comes up with a 3. An NPC takes action. Okay. So we don't actually have any NPCs just yet. So have I got an NPC generator on here? I do have an NPC generator on here. So let us get one of these cards. Where do I put the cards? They're over here. So the NPC generator identity, first card, King of Hearts, Adventurer. So I would say that, and here it says Adventurer. This for me would imply that it is someone who's in the shadows. So this is a fellow person who is in the shadows. And a heart means that they are. Hearts are normally social. Okay. Well, that works out, right? Because, yeah. 8 of diamonds for the goal. Protect. Okay. Notable features, 2. I rolled a d6 here. Notable features, 5. Unusual equipment. So, I feel like this is... let's just put that there. Put those there. This NPC is a fae priestling who is attempting to protect the wraith. Okay. not Princeling, who's attempting to protect for Rafe. Why? Why are you attempting to protect for Rafe? Motivations. Why? Take. Obligation. We have an obligation. Take. They have an obligation. So often you're just supposed to go with your first assumption. They have an obligation to protect for Rafe because it is it was their first victim. So the question there then, is for Faye the murderer? Is for Faye, and I'm saying this is a murderer now. 1d6 for the follow-up dice. 2, 5. So Faye is not the murderer now. They're just covering up this. So they took their lives, and now they have an obligation to a promise that they'll protect them. Okay, well that makes sense. Have an obligation to protect the Rafe because of their first victim, and they promised to do so. Sorry, it was probably an accident, right? It was an accident. It was an accident, and so the Fae is covering this up. But we don't know who his Fae is now. So I think that the NPC is taking an action, right? So what action are they taking? Here's the question there. So because we have a Fae and they're in the shadows, they must have got wind of our investigation, right? So how they got wind of it is immaterial to Tori, but they have. And what resources might a Fae have to pull? Well, we could have a look at our Fae. Caleb. Glamours. The main thing here being glamour, but we could presume that they're more powerful than this Fae. And we can presume it isn't this Fae, right? One of their stats is supposed to be higher. That's a thing. So -1102. So their spirit should be 2. 2. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, okay, so the Fae, of course, the Fae has reported that Tori murdered the woman and used a glamour to make it look like it was. But she was drained of life. But the glamour, you see, she's convinced the detectives. So we have some more NPCs involved now, right? So we've got some detectives. What we really need is a list A list. Oh, I know. I know where we've got a list. We've got a list here. Character list. We've got the Fey Princeling. We've got the... Who was next? We've got the Wraith. We have the Police Detective. Detective. And then we also have the police, right? Should probably give the police detective a name. Then real names. Europe. So rare that I use the current. Oh, Aaron Parry, Milo Wilson. That's the name of Milo. No, Leonard Berry, or Leonardo Berry, even. Okay, Leonardo Berry. So we don't know who the Wraith is, we don't know who the Fey Princeling is, and we don't know who the police are. The police are just a miscellaneous mob of violence. So update. Let's make sure we keep that list. Cool. Oh, I'm almost out of water. Let me check something a second. Check on Discord. Right, so he's contacted the police. The police are on the lookout for her. So we're going to say that the next action, the next scene, will be I wonder what's going on. What's the story? What's the story, Morning Glories? I kind of think that maybe they are lacking a player, a boss, a ref. Just 1 second. Let me just double check on something. Oh, I've got it open now. I see if I say anything. The Fey Princeling, the Wraith, the Police Detective, the Police. 1 second. I'm just going to mute my audio. Let me. We're online. We're playing. And you are Sans. You are Sans Ref. You are playing. We're playing, and you are Sans Ref. I shall wrap up the stream. 1 moment. Well, we'll leave it here, you wonderful non-people. Let me just make sure that this is saved. And we will continue the excitement next week. It has been fun. It's been exciting. We've got an entire thing going on. So, happy days. Let me just close that down. Let me just move myself down here in the corner. Oh, just so I'm where I'm supposed to be next time. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to go and run some Fate, I think. So, talk later. Bye.